We dedicated this building, and again in 1991, announced that we were going to have a First Amendment Center. And again, when my name was put out front, I said that I was interested in the way the place looked. The bricks and mortar were important to me, but more important than the bricks and mortar were the programs that went on here. And the First Amendment was key in my mind, protect the way we communicate. And I said that first day, 19 years ago, you know, this is a changing world of technology, and protection on the First Amendment is going to be important. Little did I know that I would be here all these years later, welcoming a group to talk about smartphones. And I thought last night, you know, if I'm going to talk about smartphones, I better go somewhere and talk to somebody who knows about it and can help give me a little guidance on what to say. And so I called my 12-year-old grandson, Jack Seigenthaler, in New York. I said, Jack, I'm welcoming a group on the subject of the new communications devices tomorrow, and can you give me a little help? And he said, well, Grant, what are we talking about here? Are you talking about an iPhone from Apple? Or are you talking about a Treo from Palm, or an Android from Google, or a BlackBerry? And I said, Jack, I don't really know what the hell I'm talking about. That's why I called you. He said, well, it's difficult to define. Jack's a very smart 12-year-old, as some of you have met him know. He said it's difficult to, you won't find a simple definition if you're looking for one. But he said these are, he said if you're talking about any of those that I just mentioned, you're talking about a phone, but more than a phone. He said, you know, it can do everything your phone in your office can do. It can fast forward. It can conference. It can take voicemail. But he said it does so much more. He said with smartphones you can search the web, you can get the news, you can read USA Today, the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, or the Tennessean, or you can tune into CNN and watch the president overseas, or you can watch Tiger and the Masters. You know, you can keep your calendar, you can find a map. Say if you're some visitor to Nashville, Grand, you could find a map from the First Amendment Center to the state capitol, or to the Grand Ole Opry, or, as I've taken it many times, to the Titans games. Along the way, you can check the weather, or check the stock market in real time. You can listen to music. You can locate the best and nearest restaurant. You can play Saul if you get stuck in traffic. And you can take still and video photographs. And I said, Jack, you know, you've blown me away. I didn't really understand that I said, this phone I have won't do all that. He said, well, you know about the iPad, don't you? And I said, well, I read about it coming out. And he said, Grant, you really need to know about the iPad. The iPad is the future of the newspaper. He said, imagine. He said, you have said you like news you can hold in your hand. He said, the iPad you can hold in your hand, and you can get the news. But imagine that newspaper you're holding in your hand, and as you look at it, it brings you up to date on the very latest development in the news. It changes while you're looking at it if you work it in the way it can work. And I said, Jack, have you got an iPad? And he said, I've only had one a week. So this is a new world for an 82-year-old. And I'm so happy to see all of you here today. When Jack first mentioned this to me, I said, will anybody come? And Jack said, you know, Field of Dreams. you create the project, they'll come. And you've come. I am so lucky to have Jack, Gene Policinski, and Val Epney here. As the founder of this place, it is so terrific to have bright, able, energetic communicators who want to share their knowledge and who, in the process, are, as I still am at 82, learning. And I hope we are all still teaching. When I said I cared about the programs that were here, I had no way to envision this program. But in a very real sense, in every sense of the word, it's what I had in mind when I said it's the programs, not the bricks and mortar, that matter. And so for coming today and for participating and for teaching and most of all for learning, my thanks to you, and I hope